straight back to it. We're getting this Audi back on the road. So obviously in the last video we did the suspension. This time we are going to fit the exhaust. Finally it's time to get this on. So we've already got the sleeve on, which I'm just going to show you now. So you can see the sleeve is on there. Must have tried about 4 different sleeves. Managed to kind of bodge this one, get it on, put some exhaust paste around it. I'm going to slide the new middle section on, put some exhaust paste on, keep that nice and tight. I don't have exhaust clamps yet, but I'll get some because the ones I've got are far too big, which I'm going to show you now. Here they are. So these ones way too big for the actual exhaust sleeve, so I'm going to get some smaller ones. I'll get those for the next video, and then we can get the back box on and we'll start it up, see what it sounds like with this gravity exhaust on, and then we'll move on to the brakes. It's finally nearly getting there now. I've got the inner arch linings on, so fronts are back on, the backs are back on, and then same on the other side as well. So let's get this exhaust on. It's been a long time coming getting this exhaust on after trying to get so many different sleeves, wrong sizes. I should have just measured it, to be honest, which I did in the end, and then finally got a sleeve that will fit. So I first start putting the exhaust paste on, which is going to help seal the exhaust gases just between the tiny little gap in the exhaust sleeve and the actual exhaust section. And then I'm going to slide it on, get it on as far as I can, just move the exhaust paste around the sleeve just to seal it a bit more, and then, like I say, when I get those exhaust clamps, I can finally put the clamps on either side of the sleeve, and that'll keep it nice and tight. You blame it on the recipe. Do what you want to make. Now that middle section is through the sleeve and all lined up, and on the exhaust mount on the side there, it's time to put the gasket on here, and then we can mount the back box on. So I've got this gasket here, put some exhaust paste around it just to kind of stick it on, and then these bolts go from the part of the back box into the middle section, and then we can give it a start, see what it sounds like. This part was actually surprisingly quite easy to put on. I just actually put the back box on the exhaust mountings at the back, like the exhaust rubbers, and then I could put the gasket on and then line the bolts up and then tighten them up. It went straight on, to be honest. Like, some people were saying the fitment's bad on these, but I didn't have any issues at all. That is the exhaust on, all tight there, tight in the middle. Obviously I just need to put the exhaust clamps on in the middle once I get them. But here it is, back box. Let's see what it looks like. Probably needs adjusting, but yeah, as you can see, look, that exhaust fitment is pretty nice, but that one is kind of touching the top. Now, when I did buy this exhaust, people did say the fitment can be a bit funny on these gravity exhausts, but what I'm going to try to do is get it the best I can, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So let's adjust it. Well, I just kind of pulled down on it and it's kind of adjusted all right, to be fair. Let's look. That's that one there, that's that one there. I don't think that's bad, so let's start it and see what it sounds like. Moment of truth. Let's see what it sounds like. Ignition on. Won't lie. Still sounds a bit like a tractor. I have a feeling that the exhaust is blowing further up, either near from the exhaust manifold or near the cats. Now, I do not have the skill or the area to be able to take those off and replace them. So basically, when it goes in for its MOT, it would probably fail on an exhaust blowing anyway, because it'll probably fail on the emissions test. But the exhaust is on. If it fails on that, then I'm just going to get the garage to fix the parts that need to be fixed to actually pass the MOT, like CV boot and stuff like that. So let's give it a few revs anyway. Yeah, it's definitely blowing. It's definitely blowing from underneath. You can hear it. It's quieting down now. Yeah. It's blowing in the middle, so let's have a look. It sounds like it's blowing from right up front. It's not blowing in the middle. not blowing at the back. It's definitely blowing from up front somewhere. Let's see if I can see where it's blowing from. I can't see anything up there. Oh, here we go. Can you see up there? This area here. They're the downpipes, and I think it's definitely blowing from there. So I can just hear it and smell the exhaust fumes. Yeah, I've just put my hand up there and I can feel the exhaust fumes. Oh, bugger. So I've just put that new exhaust on. Oh, can't really say for no reason, because it looks better and it will sound better. But once that downpipe's fixed, then we can actually get the true sound of the exhaust. I'll give it another rev anyway. It sounds alright, sounds perky. Moving quickly on to the next part we need to do is the scuttle panel. So I don't know if I've already shown you guys, but the original scuttle panel is actually broken there. Can you see the crack? So managed to get one off eBay, pretty cheap. I think it's about 40 quid. I mean, it's not perfect, like obviously it's mucky, but we'll give that a clean. But the good thing is it's not cracked. So we'll get straight to replacing that. We'll put the wipers back on. Oh, actually, as well, I have got brand new pollen filter, which goes just under, take this trim off, just goes in there. So that's a filter that filters all the air that goes through your air vents. So we'll shove that on, take this scuttle panel off, then put the new one on. Let's do it. Definitely the easiest thing I've changed on this car so far is the scuttle panel. I had to undo the electrical connectors for the washer jets and the little plastic T-piece which directs the water to each water jet. Once that was swapped over to the new one, I could put it in place, which kind of just slides under the windscreen, put the wipers on and then put the seal on, and that is the scuttle panel changed. Now the wipers are on, let's give them a test. Hopefully the washer jets work as well. So let's put the key in, turn you guys around, electric's on. And they work, but they're very slow. That's a good job the washer jets work anyway. Let's see if... Apparently that's as fast as they go. God. Yeah, the motor's very slow though. Bit jumpy. I think the wipers are actually, they probably need replacing. They're probably really, really dry. But it works anyway. Let's give it a start. Tractor. I have a solution for the exhaust leaking as well. Probably a temporary fix till we actually get that flexi replaced, but yeah, see what happens. But also it's raining now as well. I don't know if you can see. Pointing up to the sky, it'll get wet. And I'm going to change the brakes now, but it's raining. It's not a huge issue. So yeah, let's crack on with the brakes. So let's have a look at the brake discs I bought. So I went for the M-Tech brakes. They weren't expensive and they're renowned for being a good brake disc. So let's just, I can't remember if I got vented ones or not. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Another box to open. There we go. Let's put you over there. Let's just get my cutters. Snip. That's good. Yes. vented brake discs. Look at those. So these are actually slightly bigger, I think. Yeah, slightly bigger than the old ones, which is obviously going to improve the brakes, the stopping distance, and I think they look better as well. And to go with the new vented brakes, I went for EBC yellow stuff. So these are like a street disc, street pad, sorry. I think that's what you call them. Because they do different ones, they do green stuff and red stuff, so they're different like grades, like track use and stuff like that. So this car's going to stop a lot better now. But yeah, let's get these brake discs on. We'll get everything cleaned up, we'll get the brake discs on, and then yeah, we'll fit the pads, and then we'll move on to the back. We'll do the back after this, and then I'll bosh off the other side. Now that the caliper is off and the pads are out, if you can see these pads, there's loads of meat left on them, but because I'm replacing the discs, it's always good to replace the pads as well. So to get the disc off, we need to take this caliper carrier off, which is just held on by a nut there, well a bolt there, and then a bolt further down. So I think these are 17 or 19 mil. So we're going to undo them now, undo this little disc holding screw. Hopefully I can get it off, it looks a bit rounded. And then once that's off, we can take the disc off. These are actually 18 mil, not 17 or 19, but with my impact gun they came straight off anyway. Now the disc was really tricky to get off because of the screw holding it on was rounded off. So I actually got my flathead screwdriver and tried hammering it round to see if I could undo it, but still no luck. Drilled it out eventually, then the disc came straight off. Clean all the area up for the new disc to go on and the new pads. That is one side complete on the front. Well, I say one side, just the front side. So I'm going to show you what it looks like now with the new groove disc, drill disc should I say, new yellow stuff pads. Obviously I need to get a screw to hold the disc in place, but in the meantime, once I've bled the brakes and put the new wheels on, the wheel will secure the disc into place anyway, just while I order one of those screws. So this will actually be like up there, and then the wheel will go on. So moving on to the back. Now the back I've actually got, obviously I had to order a caliper for the other side, but I ended up ordering the wrong one, so I've actually got one for this side as well. So I've got two new calipers, might as well shove it on. I'm bleeding the brakes anyway, so it doesn't matter undoing the brake. They're flexi hose. New discs and pads on the back, and then wash off the next side, and then it's time to bleed them. And then we'll hopefully put the new wheels on. Right, before you all put in the comments that I put the discs on the wrong way around, I have realised and I've changed them around now. So now the disc is on properly, yellow stuff brake pads, and the other side is done as well. So all that's left to do now is the back, and obviously change the back calipers as well. So that is exactly what we're going to do now. So I have got a new caliper for this side. There's one in each box for each side, but on this side, I don't know if you can see there, these bolts here, that top one is rounded off, well nearly rounded off, so, and it's super tight. So what I'm going to do is heat the area around it, and hopefully I can break how tight it is, and then hopefully undo it so I can take the disc carrier off. I don't think I'd be able to squeeze the discs off without it, so obviously I can just undo that screw there. I don't know if I'd be able to squeeze it off. But this side I've just got some, however you say that, Eicher, not a clue, and then just some Bosch pads. So not special on the back, but yeah, obviously upgrading the whole car, to be honest. I have sprayed some rust remover on the back, like trailing arms and stuff, and as you can see, it has, and it's gone white, but it has actually removed some of the rust. Now let me know what you think in the comments. Should I get it properly done, like ice blasted and then powder coated, or should I replace them? The bushes actually don't look too bad, but let me know anyway. But yeah, this car's gonna look sick when it's done. And then we've got the interior to do. Can't wait for you to see the interior. Not too special, but better than that light interior. So yeah, let's crack on with the back brakes. So it's pretty much the same procedure for the backs as well, but this time obviously I'm changing the calipers as well. So take the disc off, I tried to take the carrier off, but luckily I can squeeze the old discs out with the carrier still on. So I'm just like removing some of the rusty brake cover, and then, well, it's like a dust cover, and then I can remove the caliper, put the new caliper on, attach the handbrake cable and the brake line, and then I can put the new disc on, new pads, and then it's all back together again. That is the caliper on. As you can see, handbrake cable at the back there, and then this is the brake line here. That's all nice and tight. The bleed nipples at the top, which I will show you what we do with that afterwards. But now we'll get the new disc on, get the pads on, get it all screwed on, and then we'll bleed the brakes. But we're nearly there now, so close. God, I'm so excited. And there we have it, back brakes, front brakes done. Now it's just time to bleed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my tools away, go get the bleed kit. You've all seen it on Matt Armstrong's channel. I think Chris Licks has done it as well. They call it Mr. Push. I don't think it's actually called Mr. Push, but that's what it's going to do. It's going to push the brake fluid through the pipes, and while I crack off the bleed nipples, I'll get all the air out of them as well. Then, so what we're going to do is we're going to start at the furthest corner to the reservoir. So the reservoir is just here. So we'll start that rear, then the other rear, then this side front, and then this side front. And then in theory, we should have a hard pedal. Once that's done, we'll get the new wheels on and we'll take it for a test drive. Oh my God, we're so close now. So close. And I'm so excited. So let's get bleeding. We've got the new Mr. Push, so he's in the back. It's the same one that Matt Armstrong used in his latest video. Let's turn that music down. So hopefully that'll work. And I've also got like a little plastic tube as well, which will go into the bleed nipples and then into like a little, I've got an old light container. So yeah, back to the car and we'll get these brakes bled. So we have the new Mr. Push. Filled him up with brake fluid. I'd say this is Mr. Push 2.0. He's all connected up to the reservoir. Now I'm going to pump some air in. Hopefully it doesn't come out of the reservoir. Need it to hold. There we go. All right. Right, we've got 1 bar of pressure in there now, and it's not leaking out of the reservoir, which is good. So we'll leave it like that. Let's go around and bleed the brakes. So to get all that air out the brake system, I just need to go around to each corner, crack off the bleed nipple, get all the air out, and then tighten it back up again. And then we should have a nice hard pedal and be able to take this on its first test drive.
Yeah, back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I get let up. They get not taught of me never. Give me a shot and I swear I shoot like.
So Mr. Push didn't work twice, so we're going the old-fashioned way. Shan?
Hello.
Get inside. So Shannon is going to push the pedal and then hold it down when I say hold down. Are you close enough?
Yeah.
Yeah? You can get it all the way down?
Yeah.
Perfect. So when I say pump nice and slow, and then when I shout hold down, Hold it down. Yeah. You got it? Sound. Time to finally get some help from the missus. So what Shannon's going to do is, when I say push, she's going to slowly push the brake pedal right down to the floor. And then once I see all the air bubbles disappear, she'll hold the brake pedal down while I tighten the bleed nipple up. Then, fingers crossed, we should have a hard pedal. We now finally have a hard brake pedal. So I'm just going to show you. Oh, nice and solid. I mean, Shannon's put the seat forward in this thing, but there we go. Now it's the moment of truth. The wheels. Once I put these wheels on, I can jack it down, take the axle stands off, and we can finally go on that test drive. But wait until you see these wheels. I've gone for the 3 SDM 0.006, I think they're called. Now these, if you buy them brand new, I think they only come like polished, whereas these have actually been painted, and I think they look a lot better. I don't like that polish finish. One, because once they're like weathered, they get like really like, it's like snake skin, it's awful. Basically, I think the lack comes off them and water gets underneath. It just ruins the look of them. So I managed to get all 4 of these, and for, I think the Nankang tyres? Yeah, Nankang AS2 Plus. I got all 4 of these and 4 brand new tyres for 600 quid off eBay. I don't think that's bad at all, because I think these wheels anyway are around about £800 just for the wheels. So I think I got an absolute bargain. Let's get them on and let's get on that first test drive.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Oh, that's rubbing. We need spacers. Damn, I just scratched the inside of the wheel. We're gonna need spacers because that is rubbing on the shock. Damn. Unfortunately, we're not going to get that first drive today. The front wheel is hitting the shock, well, the new coilover, so I'm going to need some wheel spacers for that to not hit, which is a shame because I wanted to get the first drive today, but we'll go get some wheel spacers tomorrow and hopefully get the first drive tomorrow. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, please like, please share, keep commenting, and I'll see you on the next one. You didn't think I was going to leave you hanging like that? Nah, we'll have to go get some wheel spacers right now, come back, fit them to the car, and we're going to get that first test drive. So, I will see you at LK Performance. We have arrived at LK Performance in Cleckheaton. So these guys do any alloy wheel you want, custom ones, tyres. Honestly, it's the place to come if you're in the West Yorkshire area. So I'm going to head inside, hopefully, and get some wheel spacers for the Audi TT. I'm just going to get 2, so one each side on the front. I'm not going to worry about the back yet. I'm probably going to need some, but I just want to get this car on the road, get that first test drive. So yeah, we'll get some for the front. I might need some longer wheel nuts as well, but these guys will be able to supply them for me. So I'm going to head inside and hopefully get some. We have got the spacers, so I've got 2 spacers. I'm probably going to need some for the back once the car's down and the suspension's settled, because I won't actually know if they need some or not, because they're cleared at the moment, so I'm not too worried about them. But to get their proper fitment, all I'll probably do is either come buy some more, or actually bring the car down here and do it that way. So I've got 2 15mm spacers for the front and some longer wheel bolts as well. So let's get back to the car, fit these. Right, we're back at the car now. I'm going to fit these spacers, so I'll take these wheels off, put the spacers on, put the wheels on, fingers crossed that they fit perfect and they don't rub on the coilovers anymore. So yeah, let's get straight to it.
All my life been looking for it. I think I found something to help with easing the pain. This voice inside my head isn't dead. I think it's growing. Soon we will be one and the same. I've been going to the races. Spent all my money on the dog in the bed.
You You don't understand how excited I am to show you this. Obviously, it's still got to go to the body shop, paint, and we've still got that interior to do. But just have a look at this sitting here right now. Like, I know there's still some adjustments to do, like look how high the back is still sitting, and we could definitely put some wheel spaces on the back as well. But all in all, I think it looks good. Those wheels look really good on it. The fronts look good, the space is good. Now obviously I've moved it from where it was to here, and the brakes are still a bit spongy. I'm not sure why, because I've bled the brakes like 3 or 4 times. So I'm probably gonna have to do them again, which I'll probably have to take the wheel off unless I can reach the nipple. But yeah, let's take it on its first little drive, just down the road, where it's nice and safe. Hopefully we don't crash, fingers crossed. But the brakes are a bit spongy. But yeah, let's just see what it feels like. But yeah, I'm so excited for this. First drive in the Audi TT. We're not gonna go far. The brakes are very spongy. Definitely gonna have to get those looked at. Not a clue why they're spongy after 4 times bleeding them. Wipers are squeaky, so we're gonna have to get some wipers as well. But yeah, let's go. Right, so the handbrake is off, but the car's beeping like it's on. So let's just go down the road. Fall off. Just gonna hold you. Oh, you're gonna fucking wastegate. To be honest, right, the suspension. This is a bumpy road where I am. It's a bumpy road, but the suspension is actually handling the bumps quite well. There is brakes, but they're very spongy. I'm just going to go up here and turn around. Second gear. Ooh. Okay, the car's low because I've just hit the bottom of it over a bump. I mean, this road's not been surfaced yet. So you can see the road still hasn't been surfaced. So there's giant potholes everywhere. Let's just not go down there. So we have got an ABS light and an airbag light. I have plugged the diagnostic tool into the car, but it didn't come back with anything, to be honest. It just said air conditioning. Right, let's not go over that same bump, because I think I just hit the exhaust clamps. Let's go around these bumps. Yeah, brakes are very spongy. I'm having to press really hard. Not good. So I want to, hopefully you might be able to hear the wastegate up here. Just put my foot down a little bit. Tell you what, it picks up a bit like. So yeah, the handbrake, can you see this? That's flashing even when the handbrake is fully down. So that's another thing we need to look at. Obviously this car's still quite a bit to go. We've got the interior to change next. Fix these little issues. If I can't get the ABS or airbag light off, I'll get them, when it goes in for its MOT, I'll get them to check that as well. Like I said, they need to change some other things as well for it to pass its MOT, but we're getting there. It's nearly back on the road. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, keep commenting, and I'll catch you on the next one.